Yes, I'm sorry. I've missed a couple of days recently. No excuses. We're gonna keep it going. Um, we need to stop overcorrecting. I actually want to just get straight into this one. I'm not gonna lie to you. My bad for my tone too, but this is a little bit more serious because it overcorrecting is fucking up a lot of things right now. Whether it be out of fear, whether it be out of no, I guess fear would just be it. Despair. I don't know what other emotion you would use for it. But overcorrecting does not fix the fucking problem. It does not. What it will do is it'll justify your actions afterwards in your brain, and it'll make you feel comfortable for a little bit. But then that wall starts to break down in front of you, and you start to understand that you're kind of bullshitting yourself. You're bullshitting everyone around you by overcorrecting. And when you overcorrect, people can notice. They can tell. And I honestly feel like most of, I guess, anybody's problems ever are always parental issues. So whether it be in your upbringing or your parents' upbringing and things before then, this defense mechanism is going to fuck you up if you continue it. Stop overcorrecting. We, as a nation, need to stop overcorrecting in fear of something crumbling down. And I will say this fear is well justified because the opposite reaction to not overcorrecting at times is a complete fucking mob of degeneracy and hatred if we don't choose to overcorrect. When the fuck did we become barbaric again? Or maybe that never really left the system. However, I will say we need to cut that shit out. Instilling fear in another human being is never okay. I don't understand when we chose to make it okay, but it's not okay. So let's cut that shit out. Because what we're building towards right now in this very, very brittle society that is so fucking terrified of anything at any point in time is a fucking glass house that won't take much to break. Fuck a rock, a pebble at a point in time. I'm sorry, I have to say it in the tone that I do, but this isn't something I feel like we should continue to allow to happen. The fucking pendulum needs to flip. It needs to. Because right now, what's building in this society is, and let me continue with that glass house analogy. If a pebble is able to break your glass house and everyone is able to see you inside of your glass house and you've lived there all of your fucking life, you're going to become unstable. You're going to become very irrational. So what do you do in retaliation? You become very fucking irritable and you may lash out as soon as that pebble hits your glass house. Because now you don't even have anything. Now all of your glass is just surrounding you in pieces. You have nothing to show for it. For all of that long-term exposure. For nothing. Let's cut this shit out. Please. Because it's not benefiting anyone. It's hurting everyone. It's hurting everyone. It's not a circumstance of it's a lesser evil or it's a potential fix. A potential fix. We aren't looking for potential fixes. We're looking to fix the problem. And fixing the problem does not come from shooting over the fucking hedge to make everyone but yourself comfortable. It's supposed to be that median where you are fully content with what you've said in your corrections, regardless of what people fucking feel about it. It is what comes to term within yourself first. Now, your presentation is very important, of course, but overcorrecting does nothing but make your house that much more visible and allow for that many more people to look in at you. Stop letting them look at you. You're not a fucking exhibit. You're not an art piece. Well, you are. Let me not say that. But you're not on something for display. Does that make sense? Overcorrecting isn't a matter of, I'm very sorry for my tone again. This is just something that does boil up within me because it's very sad to see, to be honest. We have a very, 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 very shaken up world where anything and everyone is always fucking crashing out, and that's no good for anyone. It really isn't. And unfortunately, there's only so much we can do as individuals, but as an individual, you should be doing the utmost to your ability to ensure yourself and your safety mentally as well, not just physically, your mental safety. Do not let people look in at you. Do not let them look at you. You're not something to be looked at like that. If you get me, you get me. This is a very specific video, but we are leaning towards more of a society where everyone's more balanced on either side of the extremes, and that doesn't help anybody. It doesn't. We have to go back into the middle ground. We have to find our discernment again. And shit like that just worries me. It does. Because it's always the small things that'll make anyone so please take what I'm saying seriously. Find that comfortable ground for you and stabilize that. Fuck everyone else. Fuck them. You first, then you can reassure the rest of them. Because if you're trying to do it all at once, you'll feel like you're in the fucking blender with all the fruit. Sorry for talking to you like that, my geekers, my tweakers, and my goons. But, you feel me? I'll see you again tomorrow with a less heavy video. See you.